Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Rohini Mataji, for that beautiful kirtan. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Sharakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadadi Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padar Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yatkrapatamaham Mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram. Hare Krishna. I would like to welcome all of you for today's study of Srimand Bhagwatam. So we are discussing the chapter number 24 of the canto number 4 of Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam. So this chapter, so today we'll be seeing from the verse number 12 onwards. 12 to 16 will be covered in the class. Okay, so this chapter is entitled as Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. So basically, if you see here, we can see, I mean, up to now, up to the verse number 11, we can see that there are different, family, lineage has been described by Srila Sukadeva Goswami. Here we can see, in the previous chapter, we could see that Maharaj Prithu and his wife, both of them are going back to Archi. Maharaj Prithu and Archi, both of them were going back to Godhead, right? So, followed by this new chapter, this chapter has descriptions of the son of Maharaj Prithu and their family lineage. So we could see, I mean, I hope all of you have heard this, I mean, from the previous classes, that Maharaj Prithu had a son, and his name was Vijitashva was his name. Then Andardana was
Vijaya,
Andardhana.
Anitama,
Yes, that's is another name. He is the son of
Vijitashva,
Mar Vijitashva, and he has another name, Andardana. So Maharaj Andardana had sons, and those names are also being explained here. So Maharaj Andardana was a great devotee, and he was a great king, and he was just following the footsteps of his father, the great Maharaj Prithu. So he was a very great king, and he was engaged in so many sacrifices, and it is said that he was a devotee. He was rendering devotional service, and because of that he could go back to Godhead, to his original position. He could go back to Godhead very easily because he was a devotee. He was a self-realized soul. And Andardana, Maharaj Andardana had a son whose name was Havirdhana, and Havirdhana, he is begetting children, actually six sons in his wife Havirdhani. So one of the son is Barhishat. So we will be seeing that, we will be seeing now about Barhishat. So Havirdhana's very powerful son, whose name was Barhishat, one of the six sons of Havirdhana. So Barhishat was very expert in doing fruitive sacrifices, and he was an expert in mystic yoga, and so because of all this, Barhishat was given the title Prajapati. He became actually Prajapati. And Barhishat, he has done so many sacrifices, and from there we can see, we'll be now seeing Barhishat is also called as Prachina Barhi. So Prachina Barhi and Barhishat, we will see very beautiful pastimes connected to this in the coming classes, coming chapters. So Prachina Barhi is another name for Maharaj Barhishat. And Prachina Barhi was ordered by the Brahmaji to marry the daughter of Ocean, and her name was Shata Druti. So the Shata Druti, she was very beautiful, she was very young, and she was very attractive. So while she was in the marriage arena with Maharaj Prachina Barhi, even the fire god Agni, he got attracted to her. So that was her beauty. So now we will see from verse number 12 what is being described. Okay, so till verse 11, this was the synopsis. Just to we just discuss because to keep us all of keep us all in the same track. Okay, so let's go ahead with verse number 12. I will just share the screen. You can come forward and recite and read the purport and translation. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, yes, who would like to read first?
I'll read, Rabri.
Sindhu Mother,
Sloka,
yes,
sir.
please.
Shall I read the sloka also?
You can read sloka. I can also read. I will read
Okay.
one time, then you can.
Yeah.
Okay. विभूदासुरगन्धर्व मुनिसिद्धानरोरगा विचितासूर्यया दिक्षु क्वान क्वानयन्तैव नूपुरै. Yes, please go ahead.
Text 12. Vibudha sura gandharva muni siddha naroragaha vijita surya yadikshu kvanayantayva nupurai. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While Shatatruti was thus being married, the demons, the denizens of Gandharvaloka, the great sages, and the denizens of Siddhaloka, the earthly planets and Nagaloka, although highly exalted, were all captivated by the tinkling of her ankle bells. Purport. Generally, a woman becomes more beautiful when, after an early marriage, she gives birth to a child. To give birth to a child is a natural function of a woman, and therefore a woman becomes more and more beautiful as she gives birth to one child after another. In the case of Shatatruti, however, she was so beautiful that she attracted the whole universe at her marriage ceremony. Indeed, she attracted all the learned and the exalted demigods simply by the tinkling of her ankle bells. This indicates that all the demigods wanted to see her beauty completely, but they were not able to see it because she was fully dressed and covered with ornaments. Since they could only see the feet of Shatatruti, they become attracted by her ankle bells, which tinkled as she walked. In other words, the demigods became captivated by her simply by hearing the tinkling of her ankle bells. They did not have to see her complete beauty. It is sometimes understood that a person becomes lusty just by hearing the tinkling of bangles on the hands of a woman, or the tinkling of ankle bells, or just by seeing a woman's sari. Thus, it is concluded that women is a complete representation of Maya. Although Vishwamitra Muni was engaged in practicing mystic yoga with closed eyes, his transcendental meditation was broken when he heard the tinkling of bangles on the hands of Menaka. In this way, Vishwamitra Muni became a victim of Menaka and fathered a child who is universally celebrated as Shakuntala. The conclusion is that no one can save himself from the attraction of women, even though he be an exalted demigod or an inhabitant of the higher planets. Only a devotee of the Lord who is attracted by Krishna can escape the lures of women. Once one is attracted by Krishna, the illusory energy of the world cannot attract him. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here we can see in the translation, Shatatruti, while she was getting married to Prachina Barhi, all the demigods, they were attracted to her. They were attracted. Demigods in the Gandharva Loka, all the great sages, Siddha Loka, earthly planets, Naga Loka, although highly exalted, everybody was captivated by the beauty and the tinkling of her ankle bells. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that just by hearing the tinkling of the ankle bells of Shatatruti, all these people, all these denizens of different heavenly planets, they all got attracted. So the point Srila Prabhupada is making here is that she was well dressed and she was having so many ornaments. Only her ankle bells were visible, but just by seeing the ankle bells itself, just by hearing the tinkle bell of the ankle bell itself, they got attracted. So everybody wanted to see her full beauty. Then Srila Prabhupada is making the point that the women is a representation or a complete representation of Maya. So we should not mistake this statement. The point Srila Prabhupada is trying to make is that we could see this in the history of our, in the scriptures also. We can see so many examples, like the great Vishwamitra Muni, who was a great mystic yogi. He was a devotee and he was doing very great tapasya, but that tapasya was broken just by hearing the tingle bells of the heavenly denizen, the Apsara, Menaka, right? So this story is very, very famous. The point what Srila Prabhupada is trying to make here is that, see, we can understand that the demigods or any others, in this planet. So not only, so they are all, see, people, all these living entities, they are having an attraction to the opposite sex. So that's the nature of this material world. But the problem is that, if it is, if it is not in a proper way, then it is a very bad thing. So here we can see that everybody is getting attracted to her, and Srila Prabhupada is giving the example of Vishwamitra Muni, and and we can see that Vishwamitra Muni and Menaka, when they came together, they got Shakuntala as their daughter. And the conclusion, Srila Prabhupada saying that this no one can save a man from the attraction of a woman, even though he is an exalted demigod or even inhabitant of the higher planet. So the point is that it is very, very easy for a man to get attracted to a beautiful woman. So, but even though that person is a highly exalted mystic yogi, or even is a very great austere person, that austerity can be lost in very fraction of a second. That much attraction is there in the opposite sex in this world. So this is not only talking about the men, even the other way also. So basically, the men and women, this attraction is very much, we can see here. So the world is designed in such a way. What to speak of human beings? Human beings can include all of us, and also the demigods and all other they are also we consider to be the human beings category. Like we say Chadur Lakshani Manavaha. So in that Chadur Lakshani, in the 4 lakh species of human beings, demigods are also there. So what to speak of human beings? Even the animals, they are attracted to the opposite sex, right? So we can see that this is the common thing, natural thing what we can see in this world. But the problem is that if see animals, they whatever attractions they have, whatever they do, they are doing as per their natural, as per the what to say, their bodily constitution, or the design of the body by the Supreme Lord. But for the human beings, it is not like that. And animals doesn't have the advanced intelligence like human beings, but human beings have advanced intelligence, and we have to distinguish what is to be done, what is not to be done. And that distinguishing power animals doesn't have, so we cannot blame them. They are just doing, they are just following their nature, natural tendencies. But us, even though there could be natural tendencies, but there are some things which is being given in the scriptures, which are called as do's and don'ts. Like we say, yama and niyama, right? That we have to follow this, we should not do this, we have to follow the regulatory principles. This is very important, because these scriptures are meant for the human beings, not for the animals. They don't understand. So we have to, because the life of a human being is having a lot of responsibilities, not like animals. So we are responsible people. So we need to follow completely the the injunctions of the scriptures, no doubt about it. So that is very important. If we do not follow, then we will be falling down to the animal species again. So this is very, very dangerous situation. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying that at any point of time, even if we go to the higher planets, this attraction is already always there. But if a person is a devotee of the Lord, if a person is a pure devotee of the Lord who is attracted by only Krishna, nothing else is being attracted to him. So that is the nature of a devotee. Once one is attracted to Krishna, then whatever other attractions like opposite sex or whatever illusory energy of this world cannot attract that devotee. That is the power of Krishna consciousness. That is the power of Krishna consciousness. And we can see the example here given given as Vishwamitra Muni, right? Vishwamitra Muni's example is being given here. And we can just take a parallel here now. Just think about Srila Haridas Thakur. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada is explaining these same examples. He is speaking about the Vishwamitra Muni's example, and also he is telling about Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Haridas Thakur was, was being, that prostitute came one time, not one time, during that past time, that prostitute was trying to, pull him down from his austerities. But did he fall down? No. What happened? She became a pure devotee by getting the association of the pure devotee like Srila Haridas Thakur. By hearing from that pure devotee the transcendental sound vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 3 days she was trying her best to captivate Srila Haridas Thakur. Srila Haridas Thakur very peacefully told him, please wait. Once I finish my rounds, I will fulfill your desires. No worries. You be here. You be here. So he was just trying to, then she was hearing the pure holy names. Because from Srila Haridas Thakur's lotus mouth, the pure Shuddha Naam was, coming out. So hearing that Shuddha Naam, her heart becomes purified. And she did this, this happened for 2-3 days continuously. And on the 4th day, she started crying. Tears started coming from her eyes. And she surrendered unto the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur and said, oh, my dear Gurudev, please accept me. I was trying to pull you from your austerities, but I failed. I am really sorry for what mistake I have done. So please forgive me, and I wanted to take shelter under your lotus feet. Please accept me as your disciple. Then what happened? Then Srila Haridas Thakur told her, you have to give away all the wealth what you have gained from this bad prostitution. And then she gave away everything, and and she came back with a very simple cloth, and she shaved her head, and she gave her everything to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. She surrendered to the Srila Haridas Thakur, and Srila Haridas Thakur initiated her, and she also started chanting the holy names 300,000 every day. And what happened? She was attracted, in the sense, and by seeing the change, the transformation in that devotee, and by getting because she started getting a lot of power. So all the people in that village and in that town got attracted to her austerities, got attracted to her devotion. Then people started coming and seeing her as a great sage. And Srila Haridas Thakur left from that place and gave that Bhajan Kutir ashram to her to take care of, So like that. So we can see these examples, dear devotees, from the scriptures, that you can just, if we make a small comparison between Vishwamitra Muni and Srila Haridas Thakur, what happened? That doesn't mean that Vishwamitra Muni is not a devotee. Of course, Vishwamitra Muni is a devotee, and of course, Vishwamitra Muni is, he is a Shiksha Guru of Lord Ram in Treta Yuga. He's not an ordinary person. He's such an exalted personality, no doubt. But just to give a comparison of pure devotional service and what the level of Srila Haridas Thakur and Vishwamitra Muni, there is a slight comparison. That's all. But that is not belittling the position of Vishwamitra Muni. Please don't think like that. So just to glorify the the devotee here, Srila Prabhupada is giving a comparison, right? Yes, very beautiful purport. Yes, Divya Mataji, you wanted to read or?
For reading, Prabhuji. For reading.
Yeah.
Prachi Barhishah Putraha Shatadrutyam Pradasha Bhavan Tulya Nama Vrataha Sarve Dharmasnataha Prachetasah. Shall I read the translation? Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. King Prachina Bhari begot 10 children in the womb of Shatadruta. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity, and all of them were known as the Prachetasas. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Somebody would like to read the purport?
May I read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The word dharmasa snataha is significant for the 10 children were all merged in the practice of religion. In addition, they possessed all good qualities. One is supposed to be perfect when one is perfectly religious, perfect in the execution of one's vows to render devotional service, perfect in knowledge, perfect in good behavior, and so on. All the practices were on the same level of perfection. Hare Krishna.
Prachetas.
Prachetas. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, thank you, Mataji. King Prachina Barhi, he got 10 children in the womb of Shatadruti. So, they got married and they got 10 children. And all of them were great. That's what. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity. They were all great personalities, and they were known as Prachetas. So, very famous Prachetas are actually the sons of King Prachina Barhi. So, Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport that one is supposed to be perfect when one is perfectly religious, perfect in the execution of one's vows to render devotional service, perfect in knowledge, perfect in good behavior, and so on. So, we can call somebody as perfect when he is following all this. Okay? He is rendering devotional service, he is having perfect knowledge, good behavior, execution of one's duties, religious, etc. And all the Prachetas, the sons of King Prachina Barhi, all of them were, in this coming in this category, in the level of perfection. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Okay, let's go to the next verse, 14. Yes, who would like to recite and continue with the translation purport, please? Yeah? Nobody?
Prabhuji, you can
Hare
read the
Krishna
shloka.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Oh, sorry,
Go ahead,
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
please. Please, Mataji, you can continue.
Okay. Pitradishta praja sarge tapase irnavam avishan dashavarsha sahasrani tapasarcham tapaspatim. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When all these prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children, they all entered the ocean and practiced austerities and penances for 10,000 years. Thus they worshipped the master of all austerity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shall I continue the purport also?
Yes, please.
Sometimes great sages and ascetics enter the Himalaya mountains in order to find seclusion from the turmoil of the world. It appears, however, that all the Prachetas, the son of Prachina, Prachinabarhi, entered the depths of the ocean to perform austerity in a secluded place. Since they performed austerities for 10,000 years, this incident took place in the Satyuga, when people used to live for 100,000 years. It is also significant that by their austerity, they worship the master of austerity, Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one wants to perform austerities and penances in order to attain the supreme goal, one must attain the favor of Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one achieves the favor of the Supreme Lord, it is to be understood that he has finished all kinds of austerities and penances and has attained efficiency in their execution. On the other hand, if one does not attain the perfect stage of devotional service, all austerities and penances actually have no meaning, for without the Supreme Lord, no one can attain the highest results derived from performing them. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 5.29, Lord Sri Krishna is the master of all penances and sacrifices, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Thus, the desired result of performing austerities may be derived from Lord Krishna. In Srimad Bhagwatam 3.33.7, it is stated, Prabhuji, can you read, please?
Aho aho batashva pachato gariyan jihvagre vartate namatubhyam te pustapaste juhu sasunurarya brahma muchurnama grananti ete.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Even if a person is born in a family of Chandalas, the lowest birth one can get in human society, he is glorious if he chants the holy names of the Lord. For it is to be understood that by such chanting, a devotee definitely proves that he underwent all kinds of austerities in his previous life. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya, one who chants the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, attains his highest perfectional stage, which had previously been attained by people who entered the ocean and executed austerities for 10,000 years. In this age of Kali, if a person does not take advantage of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, which is offered as a great concession to the fallen human beings of this age, it is to be understood that he is very much bewildered by the illusory energy of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. So here we can see all the sons of King Prachinabarhi, they were called as Prachetas, and these Prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children because Prachinabarhi was a Prajapati. So Prajapati's role is that, to increase the population. So Prachetas, their son were asked to get married and beget children, because this is as we can see that this is in the beginning of this is in the Satyuga. This is what is happening now. I mean, this particular pastime. So the Prachetas were asked to get married, but what they did not get married. Actually, they entered into the ocean and they were practicing austerities for 10,000 years. Not a very small time. 10,000 years they were under the sea, under the ocean, and doing tapasya. And whom they were worshipping? They were worshipping the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So this austerity, what they were doing, this penance for 10,000 years under the ocean, was not just a mere sacrifice or just a mere austerity. It was properly, they were properly doing, they were worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna only. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that the sons of Prachinabarhi, they went to the ocean, performed this wonderful 10,000 years austerity underwater, and to please the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So that's the point. And we can see that in the coming verses, we can see what will happen after some time. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead will give, actually he will appear. Before that, Lord Shiva is going to instruct them, and after that, Lord Krishna himself is giving darshan to them, appearing in front of them and blessing. So because they were doing tapasya in a proper sense, not just for having any material prosperities. Their sacrifice was pure, and because of that, Krishna was pleased. So here we can see that, and see, and they were asked to get married. So marriage involves sense gratification also, but they were not ready to do that. They were interested in taking austerity. So that's the point. So Srila Prabhupada is making us understand that if one wants to perform austerities and penances, in order to attain the supreme goal, one must attain the favor of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So the point is that whatever austerities we are doing, that should be pleasing to the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam, whatever activities we do, that should be pleasing to the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, all these penances, all austerities doesn't have any meaning. So the purpose should be to get or to please Krishna, not anything else. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loga mahesharam, because he is the bhokta for all the tapasya, for all the yajna. He is the supreme bhokta. Bhokta means enjoyer, means all the sacrifices and penances are actually being done to please the Supreme Lord, not otherwise. There is no other goal. There should not be any other goal. So if we do that, Krishna will be pleased. And Srila Prabhupada is making another point that this pastime is happening in the Satya Yuga. Because of that only they could do 10,000 years this austerity underwater. First of all, underwater. Second point is that 10,000 years. And people in Kali Yuga is having maximum, average age is 70, right? So 100 is the maximum, not more than that, or maybe 100 is the, we can say, not even average. Average could be 70. In Satya Yuga, the lifespan was very high, like it was like 100,000 years. And the process of getting self-realization was to do tapasya. Kriteyat dhyayado Vishnu tretayam yajato makai dwapare paricharyayam kalo tat hari kirtana. So this is a very beautiful verse from Srimad Bhaagwatam, canto number 12, the last canto, where it is said that the process by which the process to get Krishna in different yugas, the process was different. For example, in Satya Yuga, it was meditation, like, or doing austerities like this. That was the process to get Krishna, or the process for self-realization. And in the Treta Yuga, it was yagyas. And in the Dwapara Yuga, it was elaborate temple or deity worship, you can say. And in Kali Yuga, Hari Kirtana. In Kali Yuga, the process to get Krishna is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the process of chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that has been given by our dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has given us this Mahamantra. And just by chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will become perfect. And the same result those devotees were getting in the Satya Yuga by performing sacrifices or by performing austerities or penances for 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 or 50,000 years. The same result we will get also. The people in the Kali Yuga will also get by chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that is the power of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we are all in the Kali Yuga now, right? So we cannot perform austerities like that. We cannot even sit for more than 2 minutes in one position. What to speak of? We cannot, our attention span is very, very less. It is very less than 10 seconds. We get distracted very easily, right? Yeah, that is true. When we sit for chanting, we can understand that. How much our mind is, taking us away. Oh, our focus will go here and there. We will be running around. Mind will be flying. Same like when we chant when we chant the Gayatri also, Gayatri mantra also, or it's first of all it's very the difference is that when we do the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, at least we are pronouncing it, or we can say that we are chanting it little louder, so that some activity is there. So mind can be more what to say, focused actually because of the loud chanting, or with the sound. But Gayatri, what happens, it should be without even moving the lips. So it's a silent, it's completely mental, or we have to chant in the mind only. So that is very difficult process, in the sense mind will go here and there. It's not easy. It takes some time for us to practice it. So the point I was trying to make is that in the Kali Yuga, it is very, very difficult to do all these kind of sacrifices, or what to say, austerities or penances. So for us, the easy process is Hare Krishna Mahamudra. So if we chant that holy names, which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sincerely, without any offenses, then we will get Krishna in this lifetime, no doubt. And there is very beautiful verse is given here, 333:7 from Srimad Bhaagwatam. So even if a person is being born in a family of Chandalas, if he is chanting the holy names, then we should understand that he has done all the kinds of austerities in his previous life. Means he is such an exalted personality. In one another verse, it says, even if a person who is born in a Chandala family, if he has taken Krishna consciousness seriously, and if he is chanting the holy names, he is to be considered as a Brahmana. See? So that's the power. That's the power of holy names. So we should take shelter of the holy names, and this is the only way, dear devotees, for us to get out of this material world, to get out of this illusory energy of the Lord, the external potency of Lord. Mayadekshena prakriti. Lord Krishna says, he says that Devihi esha gunamayi mama maya duratyeya mam eva ye prapatyante maya me tantarantide. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, this divine energy, which is external energy, Maya, is my energy only. And so if it is Krishna's energy, it is very, very difficult to cross. That is the point. Why we are not able to cross this Maya, this Maya's Prabhav? Because that's Krishna's energy. So it is very powerful. And what is the process of crossing over this energy, illusory energy? Krishna himself is saying, Mam eva ye prapatyante. Whoever is taking shelter of me, I will help that person to cross this illusory energy. So there Krishna says, who is surrendering to him? Mam eva ye prapatyante. So Mam, our Srila Sripad Aindra Prabhu says, it is Nam. Mam means Nam. Mam, Krishna is saying, Mam means he or Krishna. And in this age of Kali, Krishna is holy name. Krishna is the form of holy name. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. So if we take the shelter of the holy names, we will be able to cross this illusory energy of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Yes, next verse. Who would like to recite?
Krishnamurti Prabhu, you wanted to.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhuji. Yaduktam pati drushtvena girishena prasidata tadhyayanto japantascha pujayantascha samyutaha. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. When all the sons of Prachina Bari left home to execute austerities, they met Lord Shiva, who out of great mercy instructed them about the absolute truth. All the sons of Prachir Bahi meditated upon the instructions, chanting and worshipping them with great care and attention. Prabhuji, anyone want to read purport? Please ask. One
Yeah.
who has not read.
Yes, please. Anybody would like to read the purport, please? Thank you, Prabhu.
Or otherwise, I will read, Prabhuji.
You can read, Prabhuji.
Okay. Purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. It is clear that to perform austerities or penances, or for that matter, any form of devotional service, one has to be guided by a spiritual master. Here it is clearly stated that the 10 sons of Maharaja Prachina Barihi were favored by the appearance of Lord Shiva, who out of great kindness gave them instructions regarding the execution of austerities. Lord Shiva actually became the spiritual master of the 10 sons, and in turn, his disciples took his words so seriously that simply by meditating upon his instructions, Dhyayantaha, they became perfect. This is the secret of success. After being initiated and receiving the orders of the spiritual master, the disciple should inhesitantly think about the instructions or orders of the spiritual master and should not allow him to be disturbed by anything else. This is also the verdict of Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, who, while explaining the verse of Bhagavad Gita beginning Vyavasayatmika Buddhir Ekeha Kurunandana, Bhagavad Gita 2.41, points out that the order of the spiritual master is the life substance of the disciple. The disciple should not consider wherever he is going back to home, back to Gadet, at his first business should be to execute the orders of the spiritual master. Thus, a disciple should always meditate on the orders of the spiritual master, and that is perfectional meditation. Not only should he meditate upon that order, but he should find out the means by which he can perfectly worship and execute it. Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
Pranams
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Very beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. So here in this verse, it is said that the sons of Prachina Barhi, the Prachetas, they left home, right? All the 10 sons of Prachetas, they left home. And they met Lord Shiva while they were going for performing the austerity, and Lord Shiva instructed them about the absolute truth. So Lord Shiva instructed them what to be done, what kind of austerities to be done. So under the guidance of Lord Shiva, the great pure devotee, the spiritual master, the Lord Shiva, they followed the instructions of chanting and worshipping them. These instructions, what they did, here it is said that Prachina Barhi, the sons of Prachina Barhi, Prachetas, they were meditating upon the instructions given by Lord Shiva and chanting and worshipping those, remembering instruction and following the instructions and chanting the holy names as instructed by Lord Shiva. And Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport that to perform devotional service, one has to be guided by a spiritual master. This is very important. So we should be guided by a spiritual master. We cannot just do whatever we feel. That's not the right approach. So here we can see the Prachetas, for them, who is the spiritual master? Lord Shiva came there and Lord Shiva instructed them, and they just followed the instructions of Lord Shiva very seriously, meditating upon the instruction. Dhyayantaha. And just by meditating upon the instructions and following those instructions, they became perfect. Srila Prabhupada is saying that this is the secret of success. What is the secret of success? By following, first of all, getting the mercy, by getting the initiation or becoming the disciple or receiving the instructions and orders from the spiritual master, and follow that sincerely, without any question. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is also saying that that vyavasayatmika buddhirekeha kurunandana. In that that verse explanation, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is that vyavasayatmika buddhi means it's one pointed attention, right? One pointed attention in executing the orders of spiritual master. That's the point Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is making. So orders of spiritual master should be the life and soul of a disciple. And for a disciple, he doesn't have to think much about going back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada is saying he has to just execute the orders of spiritual master sincerely. That's it. We don't have to think much about what is going to happen to me. Oh no. Because if we have a bona fide spiritual master, and if that bona fide spiritual master has given us shelter, and if that bona fide spiritual master has given some orders or instruction to us, and if that disciple is following those instructions seriously and sincerely in his life, he doesn't have to think anything about, he doesn't have to think anything else actually. Whatever he has to attain in that life, he will get. We don't have to worry about it. So that's the power of spiritual master, because spiritual master is none other than the representative of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. He is actually as a representative of Supreme Lord himself. So that's very important for a disciple to follow the orders of spiritual master. So all of us, should understand the importance of having a spiritual master. Not only having, and by following the orders of spiritual master, then we can make our life perfect. That's what we can understand from this purport. All right. Yes, the last verse for today, who would like to recite? Yes, please.
Prabhuji, may I recite?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Vidura uvacha prachetasam giritrena yatasit pati sangamaha yad utaha harapritas tanno brahman vadartavat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki de. Vidura asked Maitreya, "My dear Brahmana, why did Prachetas meet Lord Shiva on the way? Please tell me how the meeting happened, how Lord Shiva became very pleased with them, and how he instructed them. Certainly, such talks are important, and I wish that you please be merciful upon me and describe them. Whenever there are some important talks between a devotee and the Lord, or between the exalted devotees, one should be very much curious to hear them. At the meeting of Naimisaranya, where Sutta Goswami spoke Srimad Bhaagwatam to all great sages, Sutta Goswami was also asked about talks between Maharaja Parikshit and Sukadeva Goswami, for the sages believed that the talks between Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaja Parikshit must have been as important as the talks between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. As everyone is still eager to learn the subject of Bhagavad Gita, in order to become perfectly enlightened, Vidura was similarly eager to learn from great sage Maitreya about the talks between Lord Shiva and Prachetas. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So here Vidura, Raj Vidura, the great devotee Vidura, is asking Maitreya Muni, please speak about Prachetas, how the Prachetas met Lord Shiva on the way, and what happened after their meeting, how they were, how Lord Shiva became pleased of Prachetas, and what was the instruction. And here it is said in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that the talks between devotee and the Lord, or between the two devotees, one should be curious to hear. So it's very, very auspicious to hear the conversation between the the devotees of the Lord, pure devotees. Here we can see the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya Rishi, and in another place we can see also Suta Goswami and the sages, the Shaunagadi rishis in the Naimisharanya, and also we can see that Maharaj Parikshit and Srila Shukadeva Goswami, those conversations. So all of them are great devotees, and the talks between them are so glorious and so nice or important to hear. So Srila Prabhupada is making one point is that the talk between the talk between Srila Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit is as important as the talk between Lord Krishna himself and the Arjun. So there is no difference between talk between Krishna and devotee, and even if it is between two great devotees, that's same. I mean, it is also very, very exalted, and one should be eager to learn, or one should be eager to hear such conversation. That is the perfection, actually. That is the perfect. That is called as perfect hearing. So we should hear those conversation between the devotees, glorifying. They will be glorifying the Lord, and by hearing that, we will be attracted. We will be attracted to the Supreme Lord, and we will be purified also. So this is very important. So we will see the remaining verses in the next classes. So thank you, dear devotees, for your patience. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Hare
you
Krishna.
quoted one verse no, from Canto number 12. I've heard the English version always that in Satyuga this was the way, in Kali Yuga. So, could you please tell where it is in Canto 12,
Yeah.
like which chapter?
I will just post in the group. I mean, in the
Okay.
chat box. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Has it come? Oh, I think 1 second.
Archana Mataji raise her hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
1 second, Mataji. Yes, I'm just. I think this is. 12:352.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Archana Mataji, tell me please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Actually, the explanation that you gave was very nice, Prabhuji. Initially, you were saying men are getting attracted by women. Generally, if you have just stopped like that, definitely women will have a feeling that Srila Prabhupada does not like women at all. Always women are pointed out. Then you finally said in the opposite side also same thing happens. Even women get attracted by men. So when you said that, that explanation has become complete, Prabhuji. And you also mentioned this attraction happens to both male and female. It is same. All are Maya, product of Maya. When you said that, this explanation has become complete, Prabhuji. That was very good explanation, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we should understand always in that way. So because this is just different bodies, all of us are having one will be having male body, another person will be having female body, but body is material. Senses are there for both, so attraction is there, so we cannot distinguish. So it's it's from both the sides. It is same, no difference. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Yes. Any other points? Somebody would like to say something? Yes. Yes, please. Hare Krishna. Okay, if no questions, then let us pause here today. Thank you for your patience and sincerity and eagerness to hear Srimad Bhagwatam every day, every single day. All of you are coming here and hearing, participating, reading the verses, reading the purports. So glorious. My humble obeisances to all of you. Thank you so much for inspiring a person like me who is not reading Bhagavatam every day. Just giving some classes in the giving some talks, but doesn't, there is no, what to say, proper consistent timetable for me. So you're all very great inspiration for me. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Guru Vrind ki jai. Thank you.
Hare
So
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
thank you.
Thank you,
I'm just
Prabhuji. Hare
ending
Krishna,
now.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Dandavat
Prabhu,
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishnamurti Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat.